So the Earth is flat, the surface is built on a foundation, which is flat. The same idea when you build a computer chip that you're using right now to watch this. It is started on a flat plane. It is created on a flat plane. It is then built on a flat plane. Okay? That's a fact. So then to search for the line, I've told you before about your eyes. If you look out both your eyes, you see a picture, correct? Cover one eye. Look at one point. Cover both eyes, and now uncover the other eye. Are you looking at the same spot? No. It shifted slightly, didn't it? It shifted that little bit that confuses people into thinking that there's a curve. And so then you have people who decided, okay, if I can fool people, if I can tell them that they can only look so far, and then just the natural setup of the environment you live in doesn't ever really afford you the opportunity to look all that far. So then you just assume that what they told you is correct. So what I'm going to do is show you a couple things and to explain to you that because you stopped seeing from your vantage point something, or it ended, it doesn't mean that it dropped off and it stopped existing. As you can see here, all those mountains in the background are still there, correct? Right there on the level. I'll be bringing it into a road which is about, a little less than half a mile away. I'm going to zoom in and stop when the car comes by. Okay? And now you can see that the car is level. The reason you can't see the bottom of the tires is because of all that noise and whatnot. That noise is going to be the separation between your vision, between your two eyes. And that separation I've shown you before on how to identify that by this image. As you recall, the two creating the one, then the gap created between the two, forming your line or horizon line, and then that of course creating what looks like the reversed opposite mirrored fish into each other. That is the fish eye lens idea. Okay? So what I was looking for was something that I would go ahead and put out and explain to you and show you the fact and proof, the final proof that anyone needs to see that we do exist on a plane. And that once you understand that, all the other lies, the space hoax stories, the revolving universes, all that's got to go. Every bit of it's got to go. Alright? You know that that car didn't just go over the edge, okay, and then down the slope of the earth. Just like these trucks and cars don't disappear off into over the curve of the earth, do they? Now let me explain to you what you're seeing. You're seeing a camera at the ground level of the top of this hump in the distance, and then you're going to see cars dropping as they go over the other side, depending on how quick or slow they go. Like the truck's going to look like it goes over ever so slowly, and then this black car is going to go up and over quite quickly. Do you see the bit of a dip that they go through right here at the beginning? Do you see where this red car is right now? It looks like an exaggerated dip. That dip is not there. That is that optical illusion I'm telling you about. That is that separation line. Now with that known, if you recall my CERN experiment, you saw when the ball took off that before it finished, and that means reaching its top speed, it dipped and then came back up. It created a bow, like a bow arc. Now that bow arc's interesting in that it's shown here by that first dip you see. Now if you notice what you're looking at in the background, you're looking at the area of California between the one set of mountains and another set of mountains, and the area in between would be called the Central Valley. Okay. Now what you've probably noticed is that the cars are dropping into what looks like a hole, right? Well, the city they're going into of Tracy is not even shown on that picture that you're looking at right now. Now look right in the middle. Look at that telephone pole. Look where it sits on the ground. Do you see that that's a mirage line that goes from there all the way to the back? And you see right in the middle, you see two light poles that are sticking up that almost like make T's, and you can see the separation line right there. That's a mirage line. And now what you're looking at in the background is the entire Central Valley of California on this line, this level line. Anything above my level, which is about 300 feet, will show up above that mirage line. Anything below will be swallowed up and disappeared. Okay, so then I went across the entire Central Valley with that eyesight that you saw out to the distance. Here is about 40 miles. All the way across, you have basically a flat plain, flat surface area. It's mostly farmland. And with that idea, I'm going to look across and show you that everything that comes into your view from point A to point B will be visible as long as it's above a certain altitude. And then everything comes into this view that almost as if you're looking through a shoebox diorama type setup. And it will be a pop-up book feeling that you get to this entire stretch of 40 miles brought to you from one angle. And the angle is going to be different than you're used to, because it's not going to be the heightened angle of deceit. They always like to deceive you from heights. You don't need to go up that high to see things. Now, all these things that stick up higher than others, and the things that stick are below the others, some will blend in, some will blend out, and it will create a perfect harmony and a perfect picture of stacked activity. Basically, you'll see roadways and activity and trucks on top of trucks and roads on top of roads, all on this flat plane. So let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and build it up just simply by looking at it at the right angle. All right, and here's that picture. To make sure that you are clear on this, this precludes the idea of concave or convex for the foundation. That's a fact. Do not let any of these charlatans fool you. You're looking at an illusion of a dip. Do you see that in the picture I drew? That's a flat surface, but if you look at it, you can see that it dips. That's an illusion. That's what your eye creates. Remember that distance I told you between the two? Okay, so now you saw that created the horizon line, which was that reflective sea that you saw. That then flipped mirrored opposite, SeaSee, the 33, creating the dual idea. All right. Look into the distance. You can see with your own eyes that everything that's above that level I was at, which was just about 300 feet, has now come into view, and you are able to see it quite clearly, aren't you? As far as you want to see it, and that the start of the hill, that it goes up to about 500 to 600 feet, depending on if you're looking all the way to the left. All right. So that can give you an idea of exactly how far you're looking. If that range had been another 100 miles, east, I would see that much farther. And if it was 100 miles farther, I'd see that much farther. You're only blocked by things that rise into your vision, and you're not able to see, of course, through them. So then it stops right there. But at least now that you've seen that, with this picture that you're being shown, look at just if you haven't really looked at what I'm showing you, please look at it again. You have to understand what you're looking at here to understand the gravity of this, to use the word, right? Understand what you're looking at, please. You're living on a flat plane, otherwise what I just did would not be possible. Look at this. Stacked on top of stacked. That's flat. Brought into life. over the reflection of an imaginary sea. You do see that now, right? No more. No more at all. One word of contention, you're gone, period. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to miss you, period. I don't even know you. All right, so say something stupid and you're gone. Do not see what I've shown you and you're gone. Continue following liars, you're gone. All right? You'll have nothing to do with me and I don't care. All right, I'm done with it. So many of you people don't do anything. You are consumers. You are consumers. You're shown the truth and you mock it. The truth is the truth if no one believes it. Now, to get out of this lie, Jesus Christ gives you the comforter, gives you that way out, man. Bye. Okay, so if you still believe in the ever-expanding universe, get out. If you still think the Earth, after seeing what I just showed you, is a ball, get out. If you think it's convex, concave, get out. Last time I tell you. Once you start something off the flat, it becomes a curve, and it's going to meet on the other side at some point. So then, therefore, what can you do? You see that you live on a plane, a flat. You understand that you have lights above you that go around you through gates. These are electrical gates, not like garden gates. Electrical gates which move the sunlight, the moonlight, the star lights, the planets, which are just lights, images, moving images. They're moved through gates. It's electrical, please understand that. Magnetic power. North creates a square in the center. North-south creates a circle in the center. Both creating then waves around them. Taking into account all the effects you speak about. Every single time you see something that says, man, that's it, that's the final proof, you're going to tell people that they need to go somewhere off into the distance, some land far, far away to get the truth, when it's that statement that you just made is untrue. You can do it anywhere you want to. If you're looking for the truth, you will find it. If you're not looking for the truth, you'll make it up and you'll listen to other people. So, yeah, I'm dealing with the lowest common denominator. It's just not worth it. A lot of people that are contending with me are doing it, still wearing their paper hats from work. So what have you ever done? What have you ever proven? I think you'll find out that all you've ever done and proven to be is a pain in the ass to people that you've been looking down your nose at, because somehow you think that you know something and you don't know anything. You don't know anything that's real.